Hello everyone, my name is Yihen Li. Our group is 5547. Team member is Xinyu Chen and Shifeng Sun. Today I would like to introduce Ape and what does it do, what problem is trying to solve. Next page. Ape is a decentralized, non-custodial, non-custodial leading protocol that operates across multiple blockchains, including Ethereum, Arbitrum, and Polygon. It allows users to lend and borrow cryptocurrencies indirectly through smart contracts without relying on banks or financial intermediaries. Next page. Since its launch, Aave has undergone significant evolution from V1 to V3. Initially, it faced liquidity and efficiency challenges. Through continuous upgrades, Aave introduced liquidity pools, dynamic interest rate model, multiple chain deployments, and advanced risk management mechanism. Next page. User can deposit assets to earn interest rate or borrow other assets by providing over collateralized loans, all in a transparent and automated on-chain environments. Next page. Governance is community driven through a DAO where token holder vote on key parameters like interest rate, risk setting, and asset listing. The decentralized structure ensures that no single party controls user funds, enhancing system security, transparency, and censorship resistance. Next page. However, decentralization also brings challenges such as slower decision-making, governance risk from large token holders, and a higher technical barriers for new users. Overall, Aave stands as one of the most mature and influential projects in the DeFi lending ecosystem. Next page.
Hello everyone, my name is Jing Shen, and today I'm going to talk about the Aave token and why it's essential to the Aave protocol. Next slide. About Ape's token, Ape's native token is called AAVE, and it was introduced in 2020 when the protocol migrated from its earlier token, then at a 100-to-1 ratio. Unlike some projects that relied on airdrops or heavy pre-mining, Ape's supply was really through a public sale of land and a community-led migration. This made the distribution much more transparent and decentralized compared to many heavily pre-mined tokens. On the technical side, Ape's code has gone through multiple third-party audits by firms like Shell, Waits, Credit Kite, and OpenZeppelin, and its GitHub activity remains among the most active in DeFi. And this high level of development and community engagement is crucial for maintaining healthy governance-driven ecosystem. I operates across many major blockchains and layer 2 networks, including Ethereum L1, Polygon, Arbitrum, and Bytes. With iOS 3, we introduced a feature called Petal, which enables assets to move between purchasing using bridges like Chainlink, CCRP, or through manipulated migration. Because of this multiple chain side setup, a unified token like a is needed to coordinate risk management, security, and governance across the entire system. In short, AID acts as a vital connector across all the networks where AID operates. And next slide. And now, what does the AID token actually do? It has three main functions. First, governance. AID holders can propose and vote on changes to the protocol, things like listing new assets or adjusting risk parameters, which keeps the system decentralized. And second is safety module control collateral. It can be taken into a safety module, which acts like an insurance pool. In extreme situations like smart contract hacks or liquidation failures, the module can cover losses using these stake AID tokens. And the third one is incentive tool. AID is also used to reward borrowing, lending, and staking activities, allowing incentives between users, developers, and the community. And the next slide. So with AID version 3, this function have been even further strengthened. Cross-chain governance is unified under A, and the safety module supports multi-chain staking. Also, Aave also introduced a block permissions package for institutions that complies with AML and the PYC regulations, but still integrates with a token module through regulated custodian, custodian like Fairblocks. And next slide. So finally, it's about whether the A can run without a token. Technically, the answer is yes. The core borrowing and lending logic is all built into smart contract and doesn't directly rely on aid. But from an economic and governance perspective, the token is essential. Without aid, the governance would have to go back to being centralized under the development team, which would go against the DeFi's core principles. And there would be no built-in insurance mechanism to cover system risks, and there would be no sustainable way to incentive liquidity providers and users over the long term. And also, when it comes to cross-chain coordination and operating smart contracts, like moving from version 1 to version 3, a coordinated governance mechanism is absolutely necessary, and the token enables that. So even though A isn't technically essential, it's a foundational piece for decentralized, resilient, and scalable protocol operations. And the tokenless model might work for a small experimental project, but not for major infrastructures like A. And the next person.
Hey everyone, my name is Shifeng Chen. Today, I'm going to explore a critical aspect of decentralized finance, the strengths and the weakness of F. To form our discussion, let's consider the quote on this next slide. Decentralization brings freedom, but also costs. The F offers images, freedom and accessibility, but these freedoms can also introduce complexities and risk that require careful consideration and management. Let's examine F's core activity, lending and borrowing. This page highlights the advantages and weaknesses. A major strength in its defined character, minimizing human interaction, fraud through smart contracts for a trustless and efficient environment. The flash law features add incredible speed and accessibility for strategy like arbitrage, requiring upfront collateral if repaid with the same transaction block at the same time. However, significant weakness exists. The decentralized nature clashed with traditional financial regulations bring problems like AML and know your customer. These regulations require identifying user and monitoring transactions, which is difficult, often contractually for a permissions platform. Navigating this evolving regulatory landscape is a key hurdle and potential risk. Moving on. This page discusses the strengths and weaknesses related to the cross-chain operation of F. The ability to operate across different blockchain bridge several advantages. It can potentially lower transaction costs for users by allowing them to choose the most efficient chain and significantly increase user accessibility by not limiting the participation to a single network. Furthermore, distributing activity across chain can help spread and mitigate certain risks, increasing overall resilience. Yet, this cross-chain capability isn't without its drawbacks. A major weakness is liquidity fragmentation. Instead of one large pool, liquidity gets spread across multiple chains, which can decrease overall capital efficiency and potentially lead to less favorable risks for users. Managing assets and interaction across different chains also inherently add complexity, both for platform development and the end user experience, potentially introducing new points of failure or security risks. So the final, we are going to introduce the AF the future development outlook. The key takeaway is the critical needs for balance. AF must care for balance its core strengths, decentralization, innovation, and accessibility against its vulnerabilities, particularly regulatory challenges and operational complexities introduced by feature like cross-chain functionality. The future depends on maintaining Elf's fundamental values while actively addressing the challenges and arise through continuous innovation and community governance. Thanks.